Todd Smith. We'll get to those stories shortly, but first, a Pike County, Missouri man is being charged with first-degree murder after police say he grabbed a rifle and fatally shot his 26-year-old son and a woman. According to the Pike County, Missouri Sheriff, Matthew Todd faces 2 counts of first-degree murder and 3 counts of armed criminal action, among other charges. Police say they received a call just after midnight Saturday reporting that someone had been shot on College Circle in Eolia. Witnesses told police Timothy Todd and Caitlin Potter were at the home where there had been reports of arguing. According to police, Matthew Todd told his son and the woman to leave, and when they didn't, Matthew Todd grabbed a rifle from a different room and shot 3 times into the ceiling. He then fatally shot the 2. Todd is being held in the Pike County Jail on a $500,000 bond.